Here we are, Beechey Island in the heart of the Northwest Passage. Fantastic, foreboding place, as you can see. It's mid-September, and still already we have patches of snow all over the rocks. We have the three graves here. First three sailors to die on the John Franklin expedition that sailed out of England in 1845. I'm launching my fifth book about Arctic exploration here. It's called Dead Reckoning, the Untold Story of the Northwest Passage. And I can't think of a better place to launch that book than here. And I'm very excited to launch a book that is giving the indigenous peoples their due in the story of Arctic exploration and the story of the Northwest Passage. All of which has been written about in bits and pieces, but it's never been integrated into a sweeping view of the whole. Well, I've been coming to the Arctic for almost 20 years now in a fairly regular manner. I guess it became do I have to confess that it's a bit of an obsession. It goes right back to the 16th century, people like Martin Frobisher. The motivation was commercial. In England in particular, they were looking around because the Portuguese and the Spanish had locked up the southern sea routes. The British started to reflect and say, gee, maybe if we go across the top of that continent that we suspect is there, or that body of land in our way, we can reach the riches of Cathay, China and India and all the silks and spices. They were sending these ships into these waters and doing as much work as they could from the ships. People like John Ray, in whom it culminated, he learned from the native peoples how to travel over land, build snow huts, ice your sledge runners. So drawing on that indigenous knowledge, they were able to go places where the men off the ships could not. They were able to survive. Well, Franklin sailed in May 1845 from England, state-of-the-art ships. He was expected to emerge into the Pacific Ocean trailing clouds of glory to achieving his great objective. And it would be more than half a century before Roald Amundsen corrected the mistake that he made and was able to do it. Okay, for 30 years we've been wondering what happened to these sailors. Was it lead poisoning? Where did it come from? We've been gnawing at that same bone for so long, and it's fantastic to relay a foundation recognizing the indigenous people in the story, in the greater sweeping story of it all.